So good morning. We're back this morning to take care of the thermostat on this box. And I'm playing with it. So it just satisfied at 43 degrees, and I've got the thermostat set for like 36. So definitely gonna change that thermostat. It's part of why it's running all the time. All right, so I've got the new box mounted. Right, the old one was a mechanical. This is a 110 volt system. So you just had one hot leg coming in and then heading out. So on this guy, it means I have to run a neutral because I have to power this. So I'm running a neutral and then pulling it over to the neutral side of the line. And then it's got its load side already here. It's the blue wire. So a little bit of rewiring for adding a digital, but this is actually going to get us the control that we need. All right. So I've actually started using single strand for everything. For this reason, I like it for wire management, which I previously definitely struggled with, where the single strand lets me form it and keep it how I want it. So just as a review, I've got a neutral running over into the common, okay? Then I've got my 120 volt running down. I don't like running jumpers inside these little dealios because I feel like they create loose connections. One wire, one connection. So 120 volt supply power into the Wago. There's my line coming up, and then there's my load coming out to the thermostat. And then when the thermostat closes, this is in the normally open. So when the thermostat closes, that should energize. So we put the faceplate on it, put the disconnect back in, fire it up. All right, so I haven't run the probe yet. Let's put a set point on this. Fahrenheit, yep, 70. Let's roll this on down. There you have it. Let's roll through it again. Fahrenheit, I set it for 34 with a 5-degree differential. 34, 39, 34, 39. We're going to be in cooling mode. I'm not going to run defrost with this. There you go. So, this is your new controller. Now we got to open up, remove this old cap tube, run through the box, seal that up, see how she performs. You hear that? That thumping is coming from the evaporator. I've got my hand on the box and I can feel it. I know the fan was running no problem yesterday. I actually don't have access to the inside of the box yet because staff isn't here. I got here before them to do the install. They'll be here shortly. That is wild. What could that be? There's a single fan in there. Now it stops. There it goes. Right, I just disengaged the power. There's your thump. This fan wouldn't get started because of ice off the back of the coil. So now Hey, looky there. I bet when we apply power, we're gonna get a fan. Let's look up in here. Yeah, she's freezing up. But the fan wasn't running, so that's to be expected. There's our old temperature probe. May she rest in peace. TXV bulbs running through there. I really want to run this down and make it a room sensor. Get it out of this airflow. I'm going to tack it over there. Alright, I like this a lot better. This has moved it to the intake airflow. So now we're just going to be bringing the temperature of the intake air. Should be much more accurate with the box. Alright, I just turned it off at the defrost clock so we could talk a minute. So I've got the putty that we're going to seal up that penetration with. I'm going to work it way in with my thumb so it encapsulates the TXV cap tube and that, and really blocks out the insulation. So it's not really much to see, but it's good stuff. Better than putting silicone all over everything. It's not really meant for it. This is an insulate like up to -2 degrees or something. All right, I have watched this thing for about 4 cycles. This is 33, 37, 33, 37, 33, 37. That's at the door. There's a little bit of play where my probe is and how things are set, but by and large, you know, this thing is living right where it needs to be all the time. I ended up wiring my